guys like my wine glass. It has my logo on it. It says Makeup by Autumn Joelle. My bestie made it at Rombad on Instagram. So make sure y'all follow her so y'all can get y'all custom wine glasses. Okay. Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. So today, I know I'm looking crazy. Usually I come up with my face already done as my intro, but not today, just because this video, I'm gonna go from basic to baddie. I'm starting off looking crazy, and then at the end, the final look, I'm gonna look like a baddie. So I won't be doing any eyes, any color, nothing. I'm just gonna be working on the skin today. So yeah, so when people say like an Instagram baddie or a baddie, it's just pretty much like flawless skin, highlights popping, you know, lip gloss popping, you know, lashes popping, liner popping, all that stuff. So that's what we're all gonna be working on today. So if you wanna see me transform to this to a baddie, then stay tuned. Yeah. All right, so I was out of frame when I was explaining about primer, but all I was saying was that before you go in and do anything on your face, you want to start with a base. So your base is going to be your primer. So like I said, you can prime with anything you want. Excuse me. You can prime with a serum, oils, lotions, whatever. Actual primers, it's all up to you. So yeah, so it just depends. So for me, like I said, I went in with what did I use? Oh, I went in with the Maybelline. Find it. I did with the Maybelline Master Prime Hydrate and Smooth Primer. This is what I used on my skin because my skin is very dry. And then on top of that, I went in with the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer. So now we're moving on to foundation. Any foundation that you want. I would preferably use, look at me using big words. I will use a foundation that is good for your skin tone. So if you have oily skin, I will use something that's matte. If you have dry skin, I will use something that's dewy. If you have normal skin, you can use whatever you want. So for me, I used to have normal skin. Now my skin is a little more dry just after having my son. He sucked the life out of me. So he also sucked the moisture out of my skin. So I probably have like dry to normal skin now. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite foundation, which is the Super Stay by Maybelline. It looks like this, and I'm in the color 320 Honey. But I'm also gonna mix this with the Fit Me Matte foundation in the color 332, which is Golden Caramel. It looks like that. So I'm gonna mix them because I like the color of this, but I like the dewiness of this, if that makes sense. So yeah. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and take my hair out the way. I'm just gonna go ahead and pump 1, 2 pumps. Let's do another on my chin. 3 pumps of the Maybelline Super Stay. And then I'm just gonna shake the Fit Me. I'm gonna take a couple of dots of the Fit Me. So please don't mind my dirty brushes. I have to clean them, but ain't nobody perfect. So what I'm gonna do is first I'm gonna go in with a brush. Depending on the type of coverage that you like, if you like a more natural finish, I would go in with a sponge. If you want more of a full coverage, I would go in with the brush. Usually on a day-to-day basis, like if I go outside and I do my makeup or whatever the case may be, I would use a sponge. But for this purpose of this video, because we want it to be a baddie, we're gonna go in with a brush. What story? So I'm just gonna go ahead and blend. So I'm gonna like pat and buff this foundation at the same time. And I have like breakouts here and over here, so please ignore that. I don't know where they came from, but yeah. Do you guys love Ania? Who is that? Do you guys love Ania? Why do I keep saying Ania? Her name is ALIYA. Do you guys like JANELL? I love her. Like, I love her choreography. Like, I love all her YouTube videos. I follow her on Instagram. She's mad poppin'. If you guys know who I'm talking about, if you don't know who I'm talking about, I'll leave her Instagram below for you guys. She's mad dope. All right, so enough blending. So just for my liking, I'm gonna take my Real Technique sponge and a little bit of the Morphe setting spray. I'm gonna spray this, and then I'm just gonna go on top of my face with this, just so I can further blend out the foundation. Now you don't have to do this step. I just feel like once I go on with my beauty blender and I press it all over my face, I just feel like all the foundation is really blended out. Okay, so now that I've finished with my foundation, yo, my edges look nasty. I have gel like in my edges, and now that I did my foundation, it looks crazy. Ignore that. It's gonna look better at the end, don't worry. All right, so now that I went in and blended out my foundation all over, I'm gonna go in with a little more foundation just because, like I said, I have breakouts here, and I wanna make sure that they are really covered. So I'm just gonna go in with a little more of the Super Stay foundation. I'm just gonna blend this out with my sponge and just like lightly tap over that area. I'm gonna go into concealer. So for this part, because I have dark circles, if you don't have dark circles, kudos to you, girl. But I have dark circles, so I like to go in with a concealer that is like my skin tone already as like a corrector. Even though it doesn't have like the color correcting color, I still just like to go in with it because it's like my skin tone. So I'm just gonna take it. This is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles in the color Caramel. Looks like that. I'm just gonna go in and just put this right here underneath my eyes, also on top of my breakouts. And then I'm just gonna take my sponge and just blend it out. So that looks pretty good. Now we're gonna go in, we're going to highlight our face. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite concealer, which is the Tarte Shape Tape. Looks like this. I'm gonna go in with both Tan Sand and Tan. I don't know why, but I just feel like both these colors are pretty much the same. I don't know why, but cause like when I apply it, it's like they both have the same color. I don't know, it might just be me. I think Tan is like maybe like a pinch lighter. So I'm just gonna go on top. I just applied Tan Sand. Now I'm just gonna go in with Tan and go right on top of what I just did. I'm just gonna take my sponge, spray it with some setting spray. This is a Morphe one. And we'll go ahead and blend this out. When it comes to highlighting for full coverage, even if you don't have like a full coverage concealer, don't overblend. If you overblend, then you're taking away some of the coverage, so try not to do that. Just do it very like lightly, and like don't like keep going over the same spot because you're just taking away the product. All right, now to contour, I'm going to take Beautiful Bronze by LA Girl. This is their Pro Concealer. So I'm just going to take a little bit of that, and I'm going to go in and contour. I'm going to go right over that breakout, obviously, because I don't want that to be seen. I really don't really like contouring my forehead like that, just because like I don't have a big forehead or anything like that, but I just do it just because. All right, so I do my cheeks, I do underneath my chin, I do a little on my jawline just because I'm getting a little chunky, and then I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose. So I'm just going to take this small simple brush and I'm just going to blend out the contour color all over my face. I'm gonna blend out my nose contour with a different brush. All right, so now we're gonna go and we're gonna set everything. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite powder of all times. I know some people don't like it. They say that it's drying or whatever the case may be, but I love it. So I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent powder. And I am going to go ahead and set this. Now I'm going to set this first and then we're gonna go in and bake. So, story stop. So, I'm gonna go in with this went on with this e.l.f. blush brush, and I'm going to put some in the cap like I did. I'm going to tap some on my brush, tap off the excess, like literally get all the excess off. And then I'm going to go ahead and set my concealer. I learned from one of my favorite YouTubers, Leslie Marie. She said that it's good to go in and set your contour, or at least your contour. Go ahead and set your concealer that's underneath your eyes backwards. So you know how usually you would take your sponge or your brush and you will set it like this way? No, set it backwards, just because it'll get into the areas but it'll get into like your fine lines and stuff like that and set those creases really well. And it really works for me, so I appreciate that. All right, so I went in and I just set everything. Now I'm gonna go in and bake. So I'm just going to go in with my sponge once again, and I'm gonna take that powder, and then we're just going to bake the product. Okay, so now that we let that set for a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it off. So I'm just gonna take the same brush that I used to bake with, this e.l.f. brush. All right, so now we're gonna go in and we're gonna work on these brows. I'm just gonna use this brush. This is the NYX 18 brush. It has like a spoolie on one side and then angle brush on the other. So I'm just gonna go in with the spoolie. And I know we looking powdery, just trust the process, okay? Trust the process, okay? I swear I live by that when it comes to makeup, and I tell all my clients that too. Like, I don't be trying to look and stuff like that, because it's not, it has to come together. So just trust the process. So I'm gonna take this Wet n Wild brow pencil. It's just a brown pencil. And I'm just gonna go out and outline my brows first, and then I'm gonna go in with the powder and fill it in. Okay, so I went in and I've outlined my brows with that pencil. Now I'm just going to blend it out a little bit first with my spoolie. So from this Morphe 3502 palette, I'm just gonna take this brown here and fill in my brows with that. All right, and FYI, you don't have to go on with any of the products that I'm using. You can use whatever product you like. I know some people like to use pomades. Some people like to use pencils. You know, it's just a gel. It's all up to you. It's whatever you want to use. All right, so now that I have my brows filled in, I'm gonna go in and carve them out with concealer. All right, so I'm gonna go in with that concealer I used underneath my eyes to carve out my brows. I'm gonna be using this concealer brush. Don't know where I got it, but I'm just gonna use that to carve out my brows. All right, so I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush. This is the e.l.f. concealer brush, and I'm just gonna go in with this brush and I'm going to blend out this concealer. All right, so the brows are done. Now I'm just gonna go in with this Mega Clear Mascara, and I'm going to set my brows. Okay, babe, so now that I've went in and finished my brows and I've set them, now we're gonna move back onto the face. So I'm just gonna take this Maybelline Fit Me powder in 355, looks like that. And I'm just gonna go in with a brush. Just gonna go in with this angle brush, and I'm just gonna take some of that powder and we're just gonna set the rest of my face, just around the areas where we applied the translucent powder. Now we're gonna go in and we're just going to set our contour. So I'm gonna go in with the Morphe M523 brush, looks like that. And I'm gonna go in with my Fit Me powder in the color 360. This is Mocha. I can get it open. It looks like that. So I'm just gonna go in, I'm going to set where we contour. I'm the only person that when you haven't worn makeup in a while, like when you do reapply like your makeup, or when you actually start wearing makeup again, your nose runs. Like, I haven't worn makeup in like a few days, so now that I actually have makeup on, like my nose is watering or running. It's weird. Anyways, all right, so we went in and we set that contour and it looks pretty good. So now I am going to, now we're gonna go into blush. You can use any blush that you want. I really don't have like blushes, so I'm actually just gonna go in with an eyeshadow palette and just take a blush, take a color from there just to apply blush. All right, so I'm gonna go in with the Morphe 35M palette. It looks like this. I absolutely love this palette. I cannot wait to do a makeup look with this palette because I just really love it so much. But anyway, I'm gonna go in with this color here at the bottom and a little bit of the orange, and I'm gonna apply that as my blush. And I'm taking this BH Cosmetics 126 brush, looks like that, and I'm just going to lightly dip into this color here and then the orange. And people don't realize, like, there's no rules when it comes to makeup. Like, you don't have to use a blush just because it's a blush. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can use that blush as an eyeshadow, and then your eyeshadows you can use as a blush. Like, it really does not matter. Like, don't let people tell you, like, oh, you have to do it this way, you have to do that. You have to do it that way. Makeup is like, you can be as creative as you want when it comes to makeup. All right, so I think that's good enough. I'm not really a blush person, so I think that's good enough. So I'm gonna go in with 2 sprays. You can go in any type of spray that you want. I'm gonna be using the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. It looks like this. And then after that, I'm gonna go in with the Urban Decay All Nighter Spray. So this is just going to bring back some of the moisture into our skin, and it's gonna get rid of that powdery look. And a little trick that I like to do just before the product really sets in, I'll take another one of my sponges. This is the Morphe sponge, and I just like to press that setting spray into my skin. Alright, so now I'm going in for everybody's favorite part, which is highlight, which is one of my favorite parts as well. I'm going to go in with 2 different highlighter palettes. I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Glow Kit, and then I'm going to go, well, this is the Glow Kit in Sun Dipped. And then I'm going to go in with the Anastasia Glow Kit, the Ultimate Glow. So, I'm going to be using the Morphe M501 brush. Looks like that. It's just a big fluffy brush. And at first, what I like to do, a trick that I've been doing lately, which I've actually been loving, this is what the Sun Dip palette looks like. I'm going to go in with Bronze in Summer, and I'm just going to take a little bit of both of those, top off the excess, and then I'm going to smile, and I like to apply this to the apple of my cheeks. I don't know what it is, but I just like the way that looks. So yeah, so I've applied just those 2 highlighters to the apple of my cheeks. Then now I'm going to go in with the other Glow Kit, and I'm going to take, I have used this to the end of time. So I'm going to take White Sand and Sun Ray, and I'm going to apply that to my cheekbones, above my brows, tip of my nose, bridge of my nose, cupid bow, and my chin. And if you want to be a baddie, you got to make sure your highlight is really popping. So go in with the highlighter. Don't let nobody tell you that too much highlight is not good, because the more the highlight, the better. But make sure you're putting it in the right spots. That's the tip. Don't put it in the spots that you're not supposed to and go outside looking like a grease ball. Nah. So now we glowing now. So now that we're glowing, I'm going to go back in with that Morphe spray, and I'm going to set the highlight. Now for my eyes, like I said, I'm not going to do anything to my eyes, but I am just going to take a big fluffy brush. I'm taking this one from BH Cosmetics. I definitely know it's from BH Cosmetics. I think it's from their a 7 Essentials brush kit, I think that is. So I'm just going to take this, and I'm just going to take any brown. So I'm just going to take this, y'all can see, like this brown here, and I'm just going to apply that all over my eye. we're gonna go into mascara, lashes, and then we're gonna do lips. And so for my lashes, I'm going to be applying the Salon Perfect 615s. They look like this down here. So I'm just going to I'll be applying those. You can use any lash you want. Even if you don't want to apply lashes, this look will still look good. Just put on lots and lots of mascara. That's it. And for my mascara, I'm going to be using the Lights Camera Lashes by Tarte. I love this little packaging. It's so cute. So I'm just going to go in and apply mascara. Alright, and I'm also going to apply mascara on my bottom lashes. It's optional. You don't have to do this if you don't want to, but just because of my eye shape and the way that I like the way that it looks on my eye, I'm going to go in with the black liner, and I'm just going to apply it to my top inner lid and then my watermelon. So I already have my glue setting out, so now I'm just going to go in and apply my lashes. So I'm going to pat on lashes and then I'll be right back. So I really like how these lashes came out. These, again, are the Salon Perfect 615 lashes. You can find them at Walmart. I'm not sure where else you can find them, but I know for sure you can find them at Walmart. So go get yourself. So yeah. Okay, love. So the last step and the final step is moving on to the lips. So you can go in with it, and you can go in with any lip color that you want at this point. You can go in with a dark lip, red lip, a bright lip, a nude lip, whatever. But I'm just gonna do a simple nude lip. So first I'm gonna go in with this NYX Suede matte lip liner. And this is in the color Downtown Beauty. It's just a brown color. It's just a brown liner. And I'm just gonna go in and line my lips. Alright, so I don't have small lips, but I just like to go in and overline my top lip just a little bit. Just because I feel like my bottom lip is much bigger than my top lip, if that makes sense. Alright, now as far as the lipstick, I'm going to go in with this Too Faced Melted Latex High Shine lipstick, and this is in the color Peekaboo. It looks like that. So I'm just going to take a little bit of this. And I can't find my nude lipstick right now. I think it's in my purse somewhere. So I'm just going to take this light concealer and put a few dabs. Now you can leave it like this if you want. If you like a matte look or like a cream sheen kind of color. I don't, so I like a gloss. So I'm just gonna go in with this lip pumping gloss from e.l.f. and this is in the color Champagne Gloss. It just looks like that. I really can't tell the difference myself just because I look at myself all the time. But I remember when I was pregnant and I used to wear the lip gloss all the time, people used to think that my lips was like so big, and I'm like, no, it's just from the gloss. Like, I mean, it could have been like from the pregnancy, but this made my lips look so big. So yeah. But with this lip combo, this gloss is bomb. I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. eyeliner. And I know ALIAYA, not ALIAYA J, but I know ALIAYA's Face, I think it is. She goes in with white liner and does dots. But me, I like to go in with black, and I just like to apply two dots like right on my lower lash line. Okay guys, so this is the finished completed look. I'm just gonna go in one more time with the Morphe setting spray. Just to set everything and get rid of that powdery look, even though we already look beat. Okay guys, so this is the completed look. I'm going to go ahead and do something with this head of mine because I look crazy. In order for us to look like a baddie, we have to have the complete look. That means hair and makeup. So I'll be right back in just a second. All right, babes, so I'm back. This is the finished look. Hair and makeup are done. I really love this video. I had fun doing this video. I hope you girls learned some tips and tricks from me doing this video. You don't have to know how to do makeup. You don't have to, know how to do eyeshadow and all the other stuff to look like a baddie, like everybody else on Instagram. So yeah, this was basic. It was simple. I had a lot of fun doing it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment below if you want me to do any other videos that you have in mind. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Mwah.